Alright guys, welcome to the live stream. We're going to be discussing and observing the what is it, the Ohio and Indiana election today. So I'm not too I'm not really that updated with the Ohio and Indiana, especially the Indiana primary. I'm a little bit more educated on the Ohio primary, which those polls, they close in about 17 minutes. So that's going to be the main one that we're going to be discussing tonight. I actually do have someone that has been paying attention, very close attention to these races, and we'll have a little bit more of an education on it, and we will be able to have more to discuss with him. We're going to be joined by Matt Gagnon, who just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you all for subscribing to him. If you did, I know a lot of you guys did. I've been trying to help him get up to 1,000, and he finally hit 1,000. I'm very proud to see him hit that mark. So let's help him hit 5,000 just like we did last year, and then let's hit 10,000 in the next year or two for this channel. I cannot wait to hit 10,000 subscribers. That will be a feat I never expected us to reach, and we are so close now. We are only 4,000, less than 4,000 subscribers away from that, so let's go. KLS, welcome. AP, how have you been? It has been a while since I've seen you in a stream or comment section, anything like that. Let's go. I'm glad lawgivers got mayor elections. So am I. I'm really excited for that. I was going to be very disappointed if they were not going to hit the municipal elections. I'm going to be streaming for about an hour, less than 2 hours. I don't want, I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to be finally cleaning up my apartment, still kind of moving in, and we never really unpacked, so we're really going to unpack a lot more stuff, and I'm going to set up a little bit more of my room, and that way, like, I'll be able to have my camera on. Whenever I stream. I'm probably also going to move my desk as well. I might do that. So how are you guys doing? Matt Gagnon is holding an interview with Noah Mulgary. Noah Mulgary is running for Nevada's 3rd district, Nevada's 3rd, NV03. Nevada 3rd is running, let me look, trying to get a district for you guys, if you guys aren't familiar with it. Nevada 3rd it's kind of like the southernmost part of Clark County. It's not Las Vegas itself, but it is, like southern Clark County, according to... Is this going to be the 2010 census, or is this going to be the 2020 census? I believe current and new. No, that's that's going to be the 2010 census, and this will be the last election. A lot of this, all of the elections you're seeing right now with the district outlines, all of that is going to change come 2023. So in 2024 will be the first election in which we are going to have new districts voting as according to the 2020 census. So it's going to be fun. Do you live in Fort Worth? Yes, I do. I do live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I live. A lot of people are moving here. I know. John Doyle lives in the DFW area. Radical Politics lives in the DFW area. I live in the DFW area. I also know a couple other YouTubers that are moving to the DFW area. And there's lots going on in politics. A lot is going on in politics. We have the Supreme Court deciding, and they have not decided. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. It's already in my title. You forgot redistricting? Sometimes I do. I'm more of a geopolitics expert. Don't make fun of me. Let's address the elephant in the room. So basically what we saw out of the Supreme Court yesterday, it's really funny because I got out of work yesterday and I had no idea. I hadn't even looked at my phone all day yesterday. So I'm sitting there in the drive-thru at a McDonald's and then I look at my phone and I'm like, I get a lot of notifications and I'm like, cool, I'm going to look through some of these real quick. And I see a couple of things and I say Roe v. Wade and I'm like, okay, what happened with Roe v. Wade? And I kind of scroll down and I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh boy. So we are looking, if Roe v. Wade is overturned, this will be the most pivotal Supreme Court decision since the election of 2000, in which the Supreme Court had to stop the recount in Florida, and that was one of the most pivotal decisions of the century so far. However, if this does go through and Roe v. Wade is overturned, this will be the most pivotal Supreme Court decision of the century so far. So we started off with the century with a bang, and we are now in 22 years into this century, and we have another major Supreme Court decision that it will change the history of this country. This lacks precedent. This lacks everything that we know about, and this is not just about, wreck the libs, wreck the conservatives, whatever decision they make will have drastic effects on how the rest of the century is conducted. The thing about abortion, and I wouldn't call myself pro-choice. I've always leaned pro-choice in the past. However, my opinion has slowly kind of changed on it. I don't feel one way or the other. I don't necessarily feel that abortion should be... abortion shouldn't be this, it shouldn't be encouraged. It shouldn't be encouraged. It shouldn't be any sort of just, it should be taken with the utmost seriousness no matter who gets one. However, at the same time, I don't think that it should be outright banned. I believe that women should have the option to do it if their life is in danger. I do believe that women should be able to do it if, I wouldn't say with birth defects, because I used to think like that, whenever I was 14, and I've definitely moved on from that, being an autistic person. So if you're going to sit there and say, well, I don't want an autistic kid, go to hell. It's my strongest political opinion. Ironically, I have not felt that much of a connection. However, I do believe that is because I'm not a religious person. A lot of you guys are religious. A lot of you guys do believe that abortion should not be allowed because of religious reasons, and that's okay. Matt Gagnon, I'll be on soon, guys. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in your stream. You're still talking to him. Noah Mulgary. Oh man, I wanna have a discussion with him where my boy Noah Mulgary called Ukraine the most. He said we're now on teetering on global thermonuclear war with over the most corrupt country in Europe. Come on, man. You kidding me? Come on. I don't care how corrupt Ukraine is. That's the reason that Zelensky got into power in the first place, is to fight corruption. That is what his TV show was about, fighting corruption. And then he came into office to fight corruption and end the war in the Donbass. They are very corrupt. I do have confidence in Zelensky. I do like Zelensky. And I don't understand why people try to make all these, you know, they just say, well, they're corrupt, therefore they don't require saving. Okay, well, the Russians are rocking into Ukraine, killing thousands and thousands and thousands of civilians. When would it require us to do something, to give them weapons? We're not sending troops. I don't support sending troops at this moment unless nuclear weapons are used. If it comes to the point in which nuclear or biological weapons are used, yeah, I will support sending in ground troops. But but for someone to say, well, they're so corrupt and we're risking global thermonuclear war over a corrupt country. Come on. You kidding me? Do more research. BJ, I am not religious. Neither am I. I was raised religious. I just have not had that connection with God. So it's just not something that I am. Maybe I'll find it later on in life, but at least just at this moment, I'm just not a religious person. So how are you guys today? What is your thoughts on the Supreme Court decision? And as for those watching, wanting more content, I just made a new video on Superpower 3, and Episode 2 of the Federative Republic of Brazil is on its way. So look forward to Brazil. That is the next one. That's going to take me a couple of days because my work schedule is quality. And they got me working the next 4 days, so I'm going to have to work. I'm going to have to edit in and around my work schedule. Tomorrow I work I'm gonna start editing tomorrow, and then the next day I work like 8 to 5. So it'll be interesting. We love our conservative Supreme Court. I like that they defend rights. I knew it was gonna come to abortion sometime or another. The biggest thing that I get, and I'll get a lot of flack from a lot of my liberal viewers, liberal, left-wing, whatever, and it kind of extends over into Obergefell versus Hodges as well. I absolutely think that Obergefell versus Hodges should be upheld. The difference between Obergefell versus Hodges, and a lot of people are saying Obergefell is next, blah, 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 blah. I don't think Obergefell is next, because even though this does pave the way for them to go after Obergefell versus Hodges, the thing about Obergefell is that we, as a society, have grown to accept gay marriage. More than 60 to 70% of the populace supports gay marriage. With abortion, it's never been a majority. A majority of people would like for... a majority of people only support abortion in the case that the mother's life is in danger. Republicans and Democrats included. The thing with abortion, again, not a single majority at any point has ever supported it. It has always been a controversial opinion. I actually really like the explanation in which John Roberts, the current Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, I really like what he said in this case is when he basically said that with Brown versus Board of Education, everyone knows that was a good decision. The court knows it was a good decision. The people know it was a good decision. But then you come to Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade was a controversial decision the moment it was made. And no one has ever... It's always been a very controversial opinion. And whenever you have... So for it to be overturned, that gives the opportunity for Congress to come in and codify it into law. And that's the thing about Obergefell versus Hodges in Roe v. Wade that I really don't like. As much as I believe that Obergefell should be protected and should not be overturned, and just as AP said, it won't be overturned. Because there's not really that much of a reason for Obergefell to be overturned. If you're wondering what Obergefell versus Hodges is, by the way, Obergefell versus Hodges is a Supreme Court decision back in 2015 in which it legalized gay marriage across the United States. So whenever I'm saying Obergefell, that's what I mean. The difference between what I really don't like about Obergefell and what I really don't like about about Roe v. Wade, and a lot of these Supreme Court decisions that are coming up to the bench, I don't like that people want the Supreme Courts to make laws for us. That's not their job. That is not their job. I don't care what you think about it. I don't believe it is okay for 9 people to make decisions that will affect 300 million people. And potentially the millions of unborn that have yet to exist. And I'm not going to pull that because a lot of people are saying like it's been a genocide, blah 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 blah. I'm not sitting here calling it a genocide. I'm not going to go that deep into the abortion topic. I'm just not. For one, I'm a male, and then 2, again, I don't really lean one way or the other. I kind of believe the way Dave Chappelle says it, where he's just like that. It's usually a decision between you and your doctor, but women shouldn't expect everything else from the men if they want to keep that baby. But what I really don't like is how with Obergefell, with Roe v. Wade, with a lot of these Supreme Court decisions, they basically come in and they say, well, okay, this is so controversial, I'm going to make a Supreme Court decision on it. And that just doesn't work because you're making a decision of 9 people that were picked because of their political beliefs or their ideological beliefs that will affect the decisions of court that will affect the court decisions for decades to come. And then you're basically telling me that that's okay. A lot of people want the Supreme Courts to continue to do that. No, I don't think that should happen because that is dangerous. That will not work. And I mean, we're seeing that now with Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade is a controversial decision that was controversial the moment it was decided on. Even the president at the time, Richard Nixon, was just like, what the hell is this? So if Democrats have the support, if they have the people supporting them, we'll see it in the midterms. And if the Democrats come in and win a bigger majority under a Democratic president, they can codify it. They can come in and say, okay, codify it. But if they don't, and the Republicans come in and we're looking at a red wave this year, then that just shows that people don't like abortion. Democrats are maybe overplaying the amount of support that abortion has. Hispanics, a lot of Hispanics don't support it. Some black people don't support it. It's kind of split between whites. And I'm talking about demographics here. So we will see how this affects the midterms. And I actually have a really good statement from someone. I had a conversation last night with a friend of mine, and he asked me, he said, did you see what the Supreme Court said? I said, yes. He said, thoughts? And I said, I am indifferent. And then he told me the government has no right to tell a woman whether she can have an abortion or not. And I said, November's going to be effing wild. And then he said, the Republicans are about to lose a lot of the women vote. I said, not really. And then I'd send him something from Chaz Nutticombe. He is the director of C-Analysis. He's which is a nonpartisan state legislative elections analyst and forecaster. And he made a comment yesterday about it saying that, let me actually see. Let me find it. He said, to the question of whether the overturning of Roe will change the electoral environment, no one knows, and if they think they do, they're pretending. Something this big lacks precedent. We don't know if this saves Democrats in the midterms. You'll see in the polls that abortion will be the most important issue for people now, but that won't be a majority or anything of the expected electorate. But look up at the crosstabs and expect abortion rights and healthcare to be at the top. This threat is assuming the leak is accurate and Roe is about to be overturned, but I'd be surprised if the report were not accurate. Which they did come out, the Supreme Court did come out and acknowledge that it is, in fact, a genuine document. And whoever leaked it, honestly, in my opinion, they're garbage. Because you're basically, again, the fact that you believe, and again, I don't care what you think about this topic. Because there's, again, I'm probably going to be pissing off a lot of my pro-choice people out here. If you think that it is okay to leak a Supreme Court document and try to change the decision because you believe that that decision is unequivocally wrong in your opinion, and that one person could have their hands on how a decision, again, for 300 million people is made, you are garbage. And you should not touch politics with a 10-foot pole. Because that is not how a democracy works. That is not the way they're chanting in front of the Supreme Court steps. That's not what a democracy looks like. No, that doesn't fly. And I hope that whoever leaked it gets serious jail time. Because that is equivocal to leaking national security secrets. Because they're not doing that because they care so much. They're doing that because they want to change how the decision is made. And that is dangerous for every single one of us. And again, that disgusts me that someone leaked that. I don't care how you think about this. That is dangerous. I've seen a picture in Joe Manchin in 2018 whenever he posed with two West Virginia pro-life and pro-choice people. Yeah, my boy Joe Manchin. Gonna stop the filibuster. PJ, I kind of agree, even though I am pro-choice. As someone who has been pro-choice for a majority of his political life, and is only kind of just now kind of shifting away from that and just kind of sitting in the middle. And I'm not sitting here saying like one side is okay or the other's okay. I basically, again, I have no opinion on abortion. I just don't. I don't have a solid / consistent opinion on abortion, so it's just not it's not a topic that I like to discuss. Not because of how controversial it is, it's because as a male who cannot get pregnant and can get others pregnant, it's just, I don't know. It's just not a topic that I like to discuss. Oh yeah, Tim Ryan's running in a Democratic primary. I forgot about that. So, again, like, if you believe that it is okay for someone to leak this, because again, that literally means that whoever is inside of the Supreme Court can share a lot more stuff. Because the Supreme Court is meant to not The Supreme Court is meant to not be changed or affected or anything from any outside influence. I hate the argument that just because you're a guy, you can't have an opinion on abortion. It's not about not having having a opinion on abortion. I'm not saying that. I'm saying me personally, as a male, I just don't have that much of an opinion on it. I'll be right back. PG, are you neutral about abortion? I wouldn't call myself neutral. I don't lean that far in any direction on it. I used to be a very overt what do you call it? Pro-choice person. Like, whenever I was younger, 2014, like, I remember the 2014 midterms very, very detailed, because I was a stone cold, hardcore liberal. Like, I was like Wendy Davis all the way. Screw Greg Abbott. I mean, that's how I feel now, but it's just and a lot of people out there are basically like that too, where they basically I mean, this is only like a 7,000 votes so far. JD Vance is already in second place. Matt Dolan. Matt Gagnon, where you at? We got a 5-point difference. Oh, man, if JD Vance loses this race, this is going to be huge. "2014 was a worse year than 2010. Changed my mind." Matt Gagnon! Gagnon! I'm gonna go ahead and send the big boy Gagnon a invite. Make sure he can come in here the moment he's done. Did you see when Trump endorsed a non-existent candidate for the Ohio Senate seat? No? When was that? Again, I'm not too educated on the races here. The only one that I'm vaguely educated on is the Ohio race. That's why I'm not really too like interested in the Indiana race. However, I do have some Indiana folks out there, so shout out to my Indiana lads. Okay, so this race just got a little bit closer, 26.9% to 25.8%. JD Vance is close. He's close. He's closing it in. Could JD Vance overtake? We'll see. What are you guys' thoughts on this race? Do you guys want JD Vance? Do you not want JD Vance? Do you think JD Vance can win the general? Speaking of also news out of Europe, Finland is going to apply for NATO membership. This is going to escalate big time the tensions between NATO and Russia. So Finland, in the coming days, is going to be applying for NATO membership, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. Vance for the win. Got a lot of Vance boys out there. I miss the days when Indiana had a competitive governorship race in 2012. What was y'all's first election? What was y'all's first election that y'all paid attention to? Mine was 2012. That I actually watched the election night more for was 2012. And speaking of, it's actually been, I'll actually talk about this before Matt Gagnon comes in. It's been 15 years. So the reason that I got into politics in the first place, and I mean, this could deserve its own stream by itself. The reason I got into politics in the first place, into geopolitics, into politics, etc., was because of my brother. My brother was, he served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. How did you bypass the New York Times paywall? I pay for the New York Times. It's like $4 a month. $4 a month. It's not that much. So I pay for them. But my brother served in Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and essentially in May of 2007, I was with my dad at home, and my dad got a call from someone, and unfortunately learned the news that he was killed in Iraq. So 15 years ago, and I can't believe it's been 15 years since this happened, because I think it does definitely feel like it's been 15 years. But the fact that it was 15 years ago is insane. So it's interesting. But so 15 years on the 19th of this month will be when he died. And the reason I even got into politics in the first place is because after he died, like, I already had this like vague interest in politics. I already had like these. Oh, JD Vance just took the lead. JD Vance just took the lead. That's a big one. Can he keep the lead? Can he keep the lead is going to be the question. But as for continuing on what I was saying, I remember like the first thing. I don't know if this was before or after. It was after. This was in 2008. So like in 2007, it was just kind of like a build up. I was already kind of interested in planes, and then after, I was interested in planes for a while, and then like after he died, I just kind of started looking more into like Iraq. I looked more into Afghanistan, into 9/11, and then that kind of led me into just learning about politics, about elections. I remember the first inauguration of President Obama in 2009, and then after that, it was just kind of like a gradual interest. I remember watching the what was it? It was the Deepwater Horizon oil rig disaster. And then going into 2012, I remember I was at my mom's and she was watching NBC, and I was watching Mitt Romney and President Obama uh, compete against each other in that election. And then so from then on, it was just kind of like, again, it was just kind of like a gradual buildup. And then I started really getting into it in 2014. 2014 was the very first election in which I very very close attention to it and actually had political opinions and everything. But from like 2012 to like 2016, I was just stone heart liberal. Like I was just was huge. Like I loved Elizabeth Warren. I really wanted Hillary Clinton at first, and then I moved on to Bernie Sanders. I got my mom and her girlfriend into Bernie Sanders, and then like a few months after I had gotten them into Bernie Sanders was whenever I a few months after I got them into Bernie Sanders was one of my friends went to a Trump rally, and I was really disappointed because I wanted to go and he didn't think I would want to go because I was a Bernie supporter. And then I kind of was just like, well, let me go ahead and start looking into Trump. Kind of started looking into him. I started listening to him. I really liked the sense of humor. And then it just kind of cycled into this, okay, this guy's actually pretty cool. I'll look into him a little more. Kind of continued to do so, and then it was just like, okay, I like him. And then I gradually, so you guys ever heard of the Bernie Trump pipeline? I am living proof of that existence. So, and that's the interesting thing about what can get you into politics. Like, again, I wasn't really that interested in politics. I was like, how old was I? I was 9 when that happened. And I remember watching I was with my dad whenever he got the call. It was his son, my half brother. So it was like it was my half brother from my dad's previous marriage. So I was related to him on my dad's side, obviously not my mom's. And I was there whenever my dad had that reaction to it, and I guess it just stayed with me. It just stayed with me, and then it just kind of gradually became an interest of mine to figure out why we were in Iraq, why we were in Afghanistan, what the hell foreign policy was, and that's why most of my interest lies in foreign policy. You can see that with my content, in which I play a game literally called Geopolitical Simulator. Superpower 2, games where you interact with other countries. And that's where really I get my interest in politics and geopolitics, especially in the first place. It all cycles back all the way to whenever I lost my brother in Iraq. So I apologize for a little depressy discussion. I know it's not too interesting to hear depressing stories. BJ, look out for the PA governor's race and PA Senate race. I endorsed Trump 2015 in this cycle, and I endorsed Mastriano for governor and Kathy Bennett for Senate early. Keep an eye out. When is the Pennsylvania race? The Pennsylvania race isn't for a while. Election 2022, PA, that is May 17th. Wait. Yo, Crab, let's go. Let's go, Crab. I love you so much. Anything good in the news? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Very good things happening in the news. But Crab, thank you so much. Thank you so much. $20. That is amazing. Don't you guys forget, if you guys can actually look, you'll see a thanks button in the in videos of mine that you guys can see. So go ahead and start supporting me through those thanks buttons. Those really help me out. I would like at least one donation. I would like to see how that works when I do get a donation. So even if it's a $2 donation or something like that, I would really like to see that. So go ahead and I don't know. Y'all don't have to, but it'd be cool. Matt Gagnon just ended his stream, so we should be seeing Matt Gagnon join this stream in momentarily. So key races, Ohio results. Yeah, JD Vance is coming up pretty good. Will this be a runoff? How does Ohio elections work? There's a lot of votes left. Look at that. In Hamilton County, 54,000, 58,000 in Cuyahoga County. Stark County, Franklin County. I do like that votes left, so we can actually see, like, on a county level. So Matt Dolan is getting a lot of support out of the Columbus area, Franklin County. And then Warren County, Turnbull. What I'm really wanting to see, we're going to be looking at this area right here. I cannot remember the name of this area, but this is one of the most conservative areas of Ohio. If you actually look at Ohio Senate and presidential elections from like 2006 to 2020, you'll see this area get redder and redder and redder and redder. So I want to see what JD Vance can pull off in this area right here. So Josh Mandel, Matt Dolan just hit number 3 in this list, and Josh Mandel just got into second place. Matt Gagnon just joined the stream, so we'll go ahead and introduce him. What's up?
How's it going?
How's that interview?
It was actually excellent. I recommend everyone checking it out after the live stream ends. Pretty awesome.
AP, you need to get a bank card. You need to give all of your money to me. It's a shame. Go get your mom's credit card and donate to PoliticsGaming.
Okay, so one day. I'm gonna like check this out real quick. Were you on New York Times?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah. So
every time I try to cancel my my New York Times, they always give it to me like for like $2 a month, and then I'm just like, yeah, cool, okay.
So but first off, how's my mic? Because I want to make sure everything's fine.
Pretty good. Everyone that's watching, can you guys hear him okay?
Oh yeah. Oh, you're asking them.
Yeah, I'm asking them.
Okay.
Idiot.
That's a little awkward. Shut up. That's the one I thought Everson was in chat. Okay, don't even talk.
Everson's in chat. Hey, don't make fun of an autist, okay?
Listen, autists are special, okay? Leave me alone. I gotta get this link for her. So yeah, so Indiana and Ohio are the only primaries out. I'm not sure what you've gone into regarding Indiana and Ohio so far.
We basically talked about Roe v. Wade for a little bit. We talked about not Josh Mandel.
JD Vance.
Basically, JD. We talked about JD Vance a little bit.
JD Mandel.
JD Mandel.
If
JD Mandel Dolan.
Trump made a Trump pulled a Biden.
Big but not surprising news. Tim Ryan just got declared the winner of the Democratic primary.
We all knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, I know. Again, that's
Well,
why I said big
Trump,
but not surprising.
Well, Trump had a Biden moment and was like, "We made a great endorsement in Ohio, JP, right? JD Mandel." No, like, bro, come on.
No wonder everyone got confused.
Yeah, hold on. Where am I going? Can you send me a link to that, by the way? Because I'm not sure. The results. I can't find it for some reason.
Just look up Ohio primary election, New York
All right,
Times.
PG. You don't have to be that difficult. Okay.
Whoa!
All right. You see, now you just air raped like 6 people. God
Fine.
damn. Okay. No, I got it. Don't worry. You're useless anyway.
Idiot.
All right. So I got the Washington Post, which is much better.
So I have a friend from Ohio, and I asked him if he voted today, and he said, "No, sir." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Republicans have not earned my vote."
See, I had that same exact person, and his name goes by the name of John Douglas, and he hates Vance so much. I don't even know why. And I think he was a Mandel person, and so he's like, if Vance wins, I'm voting for the real Democrat. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, you're insane. Like, I don't know why you're doing that. All right, so right now Vance is in the lead, like I mentioned, because of the Trump endorsement. Like, well, you look at the polling, 54% of voters in the Trafalgar poll have stated that they would most likely vote for the Trump-endorsed candidate, which is showing, according to the polls. Right now, Vance is at 26.5, Mandel at 21.8, Dolan at 21.6. I predicted, I'll be talking about my prediction very soon, but it's getting very close to the wire where Mandel and Dolan are trading places, but Vance is ahead 3,200 votes, which is pretty awesome.
So my question about this is, what is Ohio's election laws according to this? So if this,
there is no runoffs. So if for example in the
whoever comes in first takes the election.
Right. Yes. There's no runoffs, and that's what Republicans don't like is because of the whole governor's race with Mike DeWine. They want Mike DeWine primaried out, but there's no runoff elections in the state of Ohio. So if Mike DeWine, let's say, gets like 32% of the vote, that's it. He wins it all. So it's very certain that Mike DeWine is going to get reelected. JD Vance is getting elected as the Republican nominee for the United States Senate, which is going to be based very soon. I'm going to be celebrating with a bottle of Coke that I have. No, I told my mom, I was like, Mom, get me a bottle of Coke. She bought me a Coke, and I was like, this is for JD Vance's win. Okay, I have it right here on my table. Okay, this is gonna be base, but I do want to
very based.
All right, 9% reported. JD Vance is leading this election, which is good. All right, let's see what we have here. I'm gonna tell you my prediction that I made an hour before. I made a prediction video. If you guys want to check it out on my channel, what I think will happen. And let's see right here.
Are you watching the Andy Griffith show?
Oh, come on. It's in the background. Leave me alone. All right, so the final prediction for the Ohio GOP primary is JD Vance will have 31%, Matt Dolan will have 23%, Josh Mandel with 22%, Mike Gibbons with 11%, Jane Tipkin with 10%, and the other candidates will split the 3%. So it's looking like it's accurate, though. Mike Gibbons is doing a little bit better, but again, 9% still reporting. And I mean, technically, it's not over yet, although I would like to project JD Vance the winner of the primary, which I might do in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think we're going to go for another like 20, 30 minutes, and then I'm going to actually have to go.
Okie doke, artichoke. All right. I would think Josh Mandel block me on Twitter, but that's okay. Um, what does everyone else think about this? Everyone's just not chatting in chat, which is weird. Okay. Let's see. Oh, 11% reported. JD Vance went up by 0.4%. Matt Dolan, like I mentioned, is at 23. Josh Mandel at 22. And I think that he's going to take more votes from Gibbons and end up getting 31, which is what I would expect to happen. What are your thoughts?
Say that one more time.
I was mentioning how JD Vance went up by 0.4%. He's at 26%. Matt Dolan's at 23. Mandel's at 22, basically, which is basically my prediction. And right now, Vance is at 26 at 11% reporting. I think Vance will take Gibbons supporters on his side, and they will probably vote for Vance, which will get him to 31%.
I think that's interesting. I was a little like okay, let's see where this goes, and then um and then Vance took over the lead, so I was just like, okay. What I really want to see, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people too, I want to see what this area votes for. I want to see if it's going to be as split, or not really split. Yeah, I guess split as it is right now.
Right. I'm going to make a couple projections out of Indiana because we're seeing in Indiana. It's not a surprise in this election at all, but I just thought I would like to say. Hold on one second. All right. What do we got here?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm watching a Real American stream right now as well. Is Red Eagle streaming too? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. So I can make a projection now that out of the first district of Indiana, the GOP primary challenger Jennifer Ruth Green will win her primary because she's about to hit 50%, and even though like it's still like too close to call, she's leading by 30 points against two candidates. So I especially since she's been endorsed by Mike Pompeo and other strong Republicans, I do think that she's going to win in Indiana's first congressional district. Again, the Democrat incumbent is going to win his election. I just want to see this. Okay, so go on Indiana because I'm looking at your screen. All right, so the 6th district, Greg Pence is going to win his election. He's Trump endorsed. I'm trying to look at the Trump endorsement list because we have a lot of endorsements that Trump had made over the past like few months.
Was this the same district that Mike Pence was from?
I would believe so. I'm not positive. Let me check it out really quick. But that is I believe that's his brother. Yep. Let's see here. He, in fact, was the governor of Indiana, and he was a U.S. House rep in Indiana, in the 6th district, yes. I think he was in the 2nd district and then in the 6th. So, yeah, he's in his brother's district. The endorsements I have here right now, Greg Pence. So Indiana has Greg Pence, Jackie Walorski, Jim Bayard, Jim Banks, Larry Buckshawn, and Victoria Spartz. I expect them to win all their elections. Again, this is the 5th, the 8th, the 3rd, the 4th, the 2nd, and the 6th districts. Greg Pence is expected to win his election. Worski has been projected to win. Banks has been projected to win. Beard Sparks has been projected to win, which is pretty good. I expect Green to win in the first congressional district. What do we have for the rest of the districts? I think 5, 8. Hold on. Let's check out the 8th district. I think we covered all the districts, but the 8th, yeah, he's projected to win. So
He's not
basically,
contested.
all of the elections that Trump had endorsed, they have won their elections, obviously.
Yeah,
Now,
I wonder about that.
yeah,
Whoa!
Democratic
Trump
Party.
endorsed him and he won. I wonder
Yeah.
how.
Okay, some were uncontested, but I'm just saying because they're a safe Republican, or I mean, they're incumbents. So if they're going to be endorsed by Trump, who's going to run against a Trump endorsed candidate with all that power?
Yeah.
Yeah,
12% reported, and he went from nearly 30% to 25%. So
yeah, so Indiana is out of the.
Nolan's in the lead now.
So moving on to Ohio, we have a lot of endorsements in Ohio. I mean, we can check out the Attorney General, Auditor, or Secretary of State. I mean, I expect them to. I'm not sure about their races, but again, for U.S. House seats, we have Steve Shabbat for House races. We have Trump endorsements from Bill Johnson, Bill Latta, Brad Wenstrup, Jim Jordan, Madison Giziotto, Max Miller, who was in fact supposed to go up against Anthony Gonzalez, who impeached Donald Trump in the House, but ended up retiring. So again, the redistricting caused him to go to the 7th district. Mike Turner, Steve Shabbat, and Troy Balderson with Warren Davidson, all endorsed by Donald Trump for the U.S. House Rep seat, expecting them all to win their seats. J.D. Vance, U.S. Senator, is the only U.S. Senator endorsed. Obviously, I'm a fucking retard, but that's okay. But yeah, no, J.D. Vance endorsed. I think he'll win. Again, it's going to be a little bit competitive. It's going to be a close race, but obviously it's going to end up being J.D. Vance's election. And, you know, I've told people from the very beginning that J.D. Vance would win. And, you know, so Shabbat won. Jordan won, Latta won. So again, these endorsements by Trump so far have been working, and I think they'll continue to work for everybody. Mike Carey uncontested, so he just had an election in back when Youngkin was running for governor. So he ran last year, got elected last year. Now he's getting elected this year for a full 2 years. So, yeah, I think it's going to be looking good. It's not a surprise at all. This election is only good because, you know, people were saying Mandel, people were talking about Gibbons, but I'm like, the reason why Trump endorsed, and he didn't want to really say it, is because he had to look at them one by one to see who's really true to their word. You got Jane Timken, who was the Ohio GOP chair, who, I mean, made lies saying that, you know, technically Trump endorsed her by having an endorsements page and having, you know, Trump and her in the endorsements page. And so, you know, the Trump campaign got pretty pissed off at her. They took it down. So that's why she wasn't getting endorsed. Of course, on top of all the lies that she's been saying about, you know, J.D. Vance and other candidates, which in fact she's being a hypocrite because, you know, she didn't support Trump from the beginning anyway. Mike Gibbons was doing well in the election, but he ended up pulling a Mitt Romney in the state and was talking about how middle class don't pay their fair share, which kind of pissed off most voters, which that's why he's not doing too well, and that's why he didn't get the endorsement. Josh Mandel got called fucking weird by President Trump. I mean, I'm not surprised when, you know, he wore, you know, an outfit, you know, a push-up bra and, you know, a wig. I mean, that's kind of disgusting, you know. No, it's true. I mean, you look up Josh Mandel tranny, you'll literally see him wearing like girl outfits. It's not even kidding. Um, so Matt Dolan is basically like a pro-choice conservative. We don't even want him. He's irrelevant. So it is what it is. JD Vance is the only one. Yet there were issues that he had with Trump in the past, but the past is the past, and he moved on. At least like he's not trying to grift on the Trump endorsement. Like he's actually genuinely trying to do something for Ohioans, not Josh Mandel, who he's grifting and trying to say everything, saying that yeah, JD Vance is pro-choice and all this shit. It's not true. It really isn't. Like I met Josh Mandel at CPAC, and let me tell you, like
did you?
Yeah, he was a fucking loser. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, he felt honorable. Like, why did JD Vance also go? Which brings me to the point with Ted Cruz. I disagree with Ted Cruz because he endorsed Mandel, and I highly disagree with Ted Cruz, and I'm disappointed in Ted Cruz for that. Because why? If Ted Cruz endorsed Vance, it would have been great.
Who did he endorse for this one?
Who, Ted?
Yeah.
Josh Mandel.
Okay.
They were playing basketball with each other the other day.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, so disappointing. So disappointing. I mean, I don't hate the guy, but it's like it was so disappointing for me to see that. I mean, Ted Cruz also endorsed Kathy Barnett in the state of Pennsylvania, which, I mean, we'll cover more when it comes to the election next month. But furthermore, someone mentioned Kathy Barnett in Pennsylvania is not Trump endorsed, but I'm calling this one. I know Ohio's is the topic, but as far as Trump endorsements go, he's going to get this one wrong. He endorsed Dr. Oz. Well, see, Pennsylvania is a shit show. And that's a problem that we have here because it's like this all started with Sean Parnell dropping out of the race. And if Sean Parnell would have kept his word and stayed in the race, obviously he left because of, family problems, but if he was to stay in this race, the race would have been more stabilized. He would have been up in the polls, and most certainly, we wouldn't have a Dave McCormick or a Dr. Oz or, even a Kathy Barnett rising up in the polls.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I mean, once Pennsylvania gets, we go near Pennsylvania, then we'll talk about more. But it's just like, I don't know. I think, honestly, it's either McCormick or Oz. I mean, I've had support with McCormick. Cruz endorsed McCormick. I mean, Trump endorsed Oz, and I'm going towards Oz right now. But we'll see what happens. I can't decide at the moment. I mean, at first I did support Kathy Barnett. I didn't like her at the moment. And I mean, after me seeing that she was black, I didn't like her after that. So
whoa.
No, I'm kidding. But no. But serious talk though. Like Kathy Barnett. I mean, I looked at her policies. I mean, the last election that she won, she lost by 20 points. I mean, she's a grifter.
Yeah, it's fun whenever everyone's just like, this person's just like, I want to do this. Like, give me money. And like, everyone's just like, grifter.
Yeah, no. Especially if they're running in like very Democrat safe seats. Like, I'm not giving you my money because it's all wasted. Okay. So, but someone mentioned Carla Sands, and I don't know. Like, Carla Sands seems like she's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pennsylvania is going to be the toughest state to look at. Nevada, we all know Joe Lombardo and Adam Laxalt will be nominated out of the blue. We all know that's going to happen. They're going to be they're Trump endorsed, so it's actually pretty good in this case. So I mean, all conservatives agree with that. Pennsylvania, again, it's going to be a terrible terrible election. It's going to be it's going to end up being a very big surprise for any of us moving forward. But again, we basically covered Indiana. We basically covered Ohio. It's all up to the GOP primary results. So where are we at? Because I just got notified we are 21% reporting. Where we stand, PG?
15. Well, New York Times says it's 15% reporting. 25.6% for Vance.
Sorry.
Good job. 25.6% for JD Vance. 23.4% for Dolan. 22.4% for Mandel. And that's out of 130,000 votes counted.
Okay.
Total votes left.
Let's see here. Yeah, Tim Ryan has been projected to win the Democratic primary. Not a surprise. We already brought that up. I'm doing CNN politics. Sadly, I'm going on CNN because I have to look at this.
I like their reporting.
But we talked about the abortion, right?
Yeah, I already kind of discussed that in detail earlier.
Okay. That's good. All right, so can I click on? All right, can I please go to the Republican primary? It says 21% reporting. I want to see where they're getting this because CNN has it at 14.
New York Times has it at 15.
JD Vance went up 15 cents in the predicted. He's at 84 cents. Yeah.
Of course he is, because everyone wants him to win.
Well, no shit. Well, people didn't like him at first, and I'm like, bro, why? You have nothing against
I
Vance.
know. That's actually the biggest thing about JD Vance is, like, I remember, like, a year ago, everyone was just like, he's, like, the shittiest candidate you can do, and then now it's just like, JD Vance, like...
Again, they're only doing that because Trump endorsed him. I mean, when he ran, I didn't like any candidate. Let's be fair. When Vance first started, I was trying to be like thinking about who's going to win, and I didn't really think of any candidates. And Mandel, I never liked Mandel. Okay, nor did I like Tim.
Just got projected to win the governor's primary.
Oh, did he know?
Yeah,
as expected. So that's another thing too. Trump didn't even interfere with that governorship. And I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to endorse somebody in the Ohio governorship, but I know people are like pissed off that he didn't like make an endorsement to Jim Renacci or Blystone. I think Blystone just is like a third party piece of shit that didn't want to like drop out. He's like the Bernie Moreno of he is Bernie Moreno basically. He's Bernie Moreno of the governorship, and it sucks because Joe Blidestone's basically a nobody, to me at least.
I know. I looked at Blystone, and I was just like, "The hell is this guy?"
What's the percentage on that? Let me zoom in.
56.9% for DeWine, 25.6% for Nanasi, 15% for Blystone, 2% for Ron Hood.
So the Democratic primary, we'll see. Who cares about that? The Democratic primary doesn't really matter because either way, Mike DeWine is going to win the election anyway.
Vance has stabilized a little bit. I think Dolan and Mandel are really taken away from each other.
Right. Dolan and Mandel are fighting for second place, and I think Dolan, surprisingly, is going to be in second place overall. And look at the percentages. I'm almost spot on with these percentages. I think I'm the best elections analysis guy, and Baxter can suck my nuts because he said, I suck at politics and election predictions, but at the same time, where is he predicting elections? What, he thought Texas was going to go blue in 2020? Get out of here.
My predictions and analysis on Texas were pretty spot on. And I mean,
how many people do you have on right now? 6 people? Yeah. I'm going to tell the 6 people this, right? Red Eagle has admitted to me that I was more accurate than him in 2020. I got the House prediction exactly correct, the numbers correct. The Senate, I was closer in the Senate, and I was closer in the presidency. And PG is, he has a lot of accuracies when it comes to, predictions, except for the whole McCollum thing, which he still needs to eat a shoe. But
hey, how about you shut up?
but, we all know,
we're always right on some things. We're always wrong on other things. Just because you're wrong doesn't mean that you're an idiot.
Facts. When Backstar goes and says to me, when I projected Young Kim being the winner, like what, 70, 65, 75% reporting? He's like, you're an idiot. They're still counting the votes. And I'm like, yeah, well, the vote dumps ain't happening no more, so stop. But, yeah. Ohio, I'm looking – it's looking pretty well for Vance. Mandel can, he's a tranny lover, so who cares? I was watching the debate, and then you got freaking Patel. He's an Indian guy that's running for Senate. And I'm like, he is not getting elected. just look at him, And I was watching the debate. I watched most of the debate, and it's Patel, he took a long time to answer a short question, and it's bro, did you have a stroke? Let's go, speed things up. No offense, but it's if you're gonna run for Senate, then you need to have some posture and some stamina when you answer on the debate stage. You can't just be like, yes, so we are gonna demolish socialism. Come on, no.
Gonna be
no, but JD Vance demolished the freaking the debate. Gen Z Patriot goes, wait, PG, who's the most conservative of the bunch?
Who are you talking about?
In chat.
No, who is he talking about?
Who are you talking about in specific, Gen Z? Put that in chat. I don't think PG understands, nor do I, which is fairly understandable. But I mean, come on. You know what we should do, PG? For your audience, we should call the audience the audience. Get the audience.
What does that mean?
The autistic audience combined.
Yes. What's up, guys?
Politics, guys.
Autism Gaming here, and today I'm ready to discuss politics while playing a game about space.
Yo, Eversim in chat.
Eversim is in chat, guys.
Eversim's in chat in the Ohio Senate race with Vance. Vance is more conservative. PG, who do you think is more conservative out of this race?
Don't ask me that question. I have no idea.
That coke's really hitting.
Totally.
Let's see here. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to Politics Gaming, and also become a member if you guys haven't already. Which I highly recommend becoming a member. Also, if you haven't already, if you guys are new, subscribe to me as well. I'm trying to beat Lalo Mercado because why not? I make pretty good damn predictions.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to take Lalo's side on this.
PG. You're removed from my sidebar now.
No.
I'm kidding, but no. Yeah, but seriously, guys, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to both of us.
When are you doing that $1,000 giveaway?
I already did that.
Who'd you give it to?
Classified.
Wasn't me. God damn it.
I gave it to a guy named Nick. Let's just say that.
Nick Fuentes?
No. Why would I give it to Nick Fuentes? He doesn't watch my content, so why would I want? No.
I would cry if Nick Fuentes watched my content.
Dawn Breaker? I don't know who that is. Hold on.
I'm actually gonna have to go ahead and end the stream.
Sleepy Politics Gaming, Sleepy PG.
Yeah. No, something came up, so I need to head out for a little bit.
Okay.
So I need to head out for a little bit. Maybe I'll do a stream. I probably won't do a stream tomorrow. If we end up doing something, I'll be paying attention to the Ohio primary, though. I want to see if Vance can actually win. I'll be surprised. I won't be surprised. I just want to see if he can actually do it.
No, he will. It's not the matter of if he will. He will.
It's about how much.
It's when he will win.
Yeah, I want to see.
And like I mentioned to you guys, and you guys can subscribe to PoliticsGaming and Matt Gagnon. Because I'm trying to hit 1,010 subscribers, only 4 away. You guys can help me. Wink, wink. My prediction, and we'll just do final predictions, and then we'll call it a night for Mr. Gaming. So what do we have here? Let's see here. So, like I mentioned, my final prediction for the GOP primary is J.D. Vance at 31%, Matt Dolan having 23%, Josh Mandel with 22%, Mike Gibbons will have 11%, Jane Timken with 10%, and the other candidates will split the 3%. So that's my final prediction for the GOP primary.
All right, you guys heard it here first. So I want to see if that actually happens. So guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm sorry I have to end the stream so early. Something came up, so I have to go ahead and head out. But I will catch you guys in the next stream, and also look forward to episode 2 of Brazil. That one's going to be coming out in the next few days. I've recorded like nearly 2 hours of content for that, so that's going to be a very interesting episode because a lot of the interesting things happened in that episode. You guys are probably going to enjoy it. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, subscribe to Matt Gagnon if you have not. We helped him hit 1,000 subscribers. Go ahead and help him hit 5,000, at least 2,000 at minimum.
I don't think that'll happen anytime soon, but we'll see.
I know. But anyway, guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Right Eagle Politics is streaming right now. Real American Politics is streaming right now. Go ahead and check them out as well.
I do want to say this really quick. I will be modding Right Eagle Politics' stream. If you guys want to check out the stream, I'll be modding it. I'll be talking to you guys in chat if you guys would like to talk.
I think I'll be modding it too. I'll still be like active. I'm gonna be watching, but I'm just not gonna be.
Yeah, no, I totally understand, Colton. I understand. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching this live stream, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you guys.